Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Michael Holmes, 27 and 1 day year old. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report, because without you guys, well, I'd probably be falling asleep on the road, because you're giving me something to keep my mind and actions awake. 15-hour work day yesterday, and man, it kicked my ass. Yeah. Thank God for coffee, and I wish I could get a coffee IV right now, just drip it right in and keep me rolling. But it is finally freaking Friday, and thank God it didn't get here quick enough. So, thoughts on training camp thus far. We do have an injury to report. David Irving got hurt yesterday in practice. And you know I'm old school. I went to Nathanderall School of Football, back in the day, We had things like ACLs or hip pointers or AC joints and things like that. So when I heard David Irving was hurt, my heart stopped. Then I heard what the injury was. He had a nipple ring ripped out. Now, that sounds painful, but it's not the typical injury that you think about on the football field. Like, dude, nipple ring? Really? I mean, I remember having my thumbnail ripped off all the way down to the cuticle. Now, that hurt like crap. And I'm sure that nipple ring hurt, but dude. Anyway, it's the Dallas Cowboys. We always get the strange and unusual whatever reports. Now, as far as practice goes, that's right, we're talking about practice. Not a game yet, not a game. We're talking about practice. What I like seeing, from one standpoint, is the defense is getting turnovers. That's right, the defense is getting turnovers. I hope it's just that the offense isn't careless. I'd like to think that this defense is younger, more athletic, and guys that just naturally have a head for the football. They're flying around like crazy, and they're making things happen, which is something we haven't had in a while. When you think about our defense back in 2014, they gave up yardage, but they were second in the league in turnovers. So they were getting the ball. And when you can get turnovers, it helps your offense so much. And we didn't get that last year like we really need to. It was better than the year before, without a doubt. But if we want to make that run for the Super Bowl, if we want that defense to really step up and be helping the offense instead of the other way around, they've got to get the ball. So when you hear the experts that keep saying that, oh, you lost, all these veterans, Morris Claiborne and Brandon Carr and, J.J. Wilcox and stuff. They were decent players, although Morris Claiborne could never stay on the field healthy. But they weren't guys that had the tools and the nose for the football. There's just certain guys that you may look at him and think, he's just a regular guy. But for whatever reason, they become the guy that always gets the ball. And we haven't had that in a long time. Sean Lee, has done it and has been good. I think one year he had 3 or 4 interceptions and things as a linebacker. But we need that effect from our quarterbacks. And I think we've got some guys that are going to make those things happen. And I believe that defensive line is going to get better, I think, than we've had in the past. I think with those guys literally going against the best offense in football every single day, the games are going to be easy when you're playing against inferior talent. Taco's getting pushed around now, but everybody gets pushed around by our offensive line. So they will get better through this training camp, and I'm excited. There's no guarantee that it's going to be what we really want to see, but I think we have the tools and the pieces, if they can stay healthy and work together, that we will have a really good defense, better than we've had in a while. So I'm excited to see how day number 5 of training camp goes, and we're literally only 6 days away from the first action on the field, the Hall of Fame game. So tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be live streaming. We got lots to talk about, from David Irving's nipple ring, the fights in practice, Jordan Lewis being acquitted, Zeke Elliott still being held hostage, and practice on the field. So as always, friends, I'm Mark Holmes, Michael Holmes, and Cowboy Joe Boo, and we are headed to work.
I need that ball. Get me the ball. You need the ball. Get me the ball. Get you the ball. Are you going to get me the ball? Get you the ball!